Yo, as a business owner, is the customer always right? Let's talk about it. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today we're going to be talking all about customer service, what it means to your business, what it means to your customers, and ultimately how you handle things. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I live streamed the other day on TikTok, and there was a business owner in the chat that was not really arguing with me, but didn't agree with what I was saying. And that's perfectly fine because as business owners, we run our businesses the way we see fit. There's no right or wrong answers here. You as the business owner make all of the decisions for your business. So what I was sharing was I have a retail store. I get customers coming in here all the time. And sometimes when I offer a t-shirt, like let's say this one right here, this black t-shirt has white and purple print. This might not be for everybody, but it was a color choice that I decided to go with. So I had a customer come into the store, see the shirt and be like, yo, if you did a black shirt with white print and a red gradient, I'd buy it. I'm like, yo, thanks for the suggestion. I'm not 100% sure that I would do that, but I'll keep that in mind. That was my response. Customer was like, cool. The customer still bought the tan sand color crew neck sweater with this same design, but in white and green, and it was all love. Now, when I mentioned this in the live stream, this guy in the chat was like, nah, the customer's always right. Why not just make him the shirt that he's asking for? That's a paying customer right there. I get it, but at the same exact time, if I don't have the clientele to buy those black t-shirts with white and red print, I'm not going to make a bunch of them just because one customer asked for it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm also not in the business to make custom shirts. I'm in the business to sell the t-shirts in my retail store that I think I want to release. And he had a hard time grasping that concept around his head. His thing was just, you got to listen to your customers because they're the ones shopping with you. Whatever they say, you should be doing for them. I get that to a certain extent. But at the same exact time, we have to run our businesses the way we see fit. And for myself, it doesn't make sense for me to invest in those transfers if only one person is going to buy that t-shirt. It makes absolutely no sense. I order my transfers by the hundreds. So if I ordered 100 transfers that was white and red and only one person's going to buy it, doesn't make sense for me. Also, I understand my clientele. I understand my customers. I understand where my retail store is located. There's not a lot of people around here that wear red. I don't think I have to say any more to that. If you understand it, then you get it. So for me, offering something like that here doesn't make any sense. But when it comes to customers, I always entertain their ideas. I always listen, but I don't have to act on everything that the customer requests. If it doesn't make sense to me, I'm not gonna go for it because I'm the one risking my money, my time, my energy on it. It doesn't make any sense to me, then I'm not gonna go for it. But I will listen to everything. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything. It doesn't mean I'm going to act on it, but I will listen to it because at the end of the day, those customers are the ones keeping me in business. I get that part, but I also have to accept the fact that these customers have been shopping with me based on the products that I've been putting out since I've been open. They've trusted my intentions. They've trusted the products I've put out. They've trusted the color choices that I choose to release all these years, and that's what turned them into customers in the first place. They come back to shop with me because they think, yo, this guy makes cool stuff. He always has new stuff every time he's open. Let me just go see what he has new that I haven't purchased already or what piques my interest. So I'm 1000% grateful for every person that walks through the door of my retail store. But I also understand that this is my business and I run it the way that I want to. And partially what I like to think is people come back to shop with me and continue to be a customer of mine based on the customer experience, based on their experience in store with the product, with their purchase, with the overall vibe. I like to think that that plays a big part in people continuing to come back to shop in my store. Now, I might be wrong. They might just come in here just because they like the shirts and the hats and they buy it and that's it. They could give a shit about me or the people that work here or the music I play in the store or anything like that or the conversations we have. But I make sure to always greet every single person that comes in here. I don't treat anybody better than the next person. I want to give that customer the best experience possible that I physically can just for stepping inside of here and checking out what I got to offer. To me, customer service means everything. And the reason I say that is because I know what it's like to go into stores where you don't get greeted and I have a bad experience. And it's not the company's fault. It could just be the employees having a bad day. It could be that the employee's so stressed out because they're the only one working in the store that they're behind the register trying to text their coworkers to come in and help her out. So she might not be as friendly to greet me as I walk in. I can't hold that against anybody, but it does give me a bad experience within that store. So since I don't like that feeling, I try not to do that to anybody that comes here. Anytime somebody walks in that door, if it's not me, it's the people working here, greeting that person, chopping it up with them, letting them know that I appreciate them for coming in, whether they buy something or they don't. That's how I choose to run my business. Is that the right way to do things? Who knows? I'm not the one to say that. It feels right to me. That's why I do it, but it's not against the law to not do it. To me, that's the beauty of running your own business. Is you're your own boss, you make the decisions, you get a chance to say what you like and what you dislike. You get a chance to train your employees to follow those same morals and mutual respect, because when you're not there, you want your employees to represent your company the way that you would in your absence. So whether I'm in the back working and I got some guys in the front working the front counter, helping customers, grabbing t-shirts, getting sizes, talking to everybody, I want those customers to feel welcome when they come in, whether I'm there or I'm not there. And we have a lot of guys that work in this store, guys and girls, and everybody here shares the same common idea of what customer service is: being helpful, being friendly, being kind, respecting everybody that comes in here, because we all ultimately want that customer to come back and continue to shop with us. Now, just because I didn't entertain that customer and say I'm going to make you that shirt with white and red print doesn't mean that customer is going to stop shopping with me. If they choose to, cool, it's on them. But I feel like that customer was giving me a suggestion. I thought about it. I don't think it's right for my store, so I'm not going to go forward with it. Now, if that customer comes back in 2 months from now, I was like, yo, did you ever make that shirt? And I say no, I could explain to him why, but it's also not the end of the world. Nothing bugs me more than walking into a vendor booth or a store and the people working there are not friendly, not helpful, not inviting, very quiet, ignoring them, or focusing their attention on something else. I grew up working in the malls, selling shoes, selling cell phones. I worked in skate shops. I worked in Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker. I've worked on commissions, so I know how far customer service can go. As you know, closed mouths don't get fed. So if I'm ever in the presence of a customer, I'm always gonna turn it on for them. I want that customer to leave and be like, yo, that dude was cool. I'm not trying to oversell myself. I'm not trying to oversell my products, but I do want to make a lasting impression on them. Even if that customer doesn't make direct eye contact with me when they're walking in and they're focused on the clothes, I will always be like, yo, how you doing? Or how's it going today? Or what's happening? I just want to get them to understand that I'm here for them when they need me. This to me is what can make or break your business. In my opinion, horrible customer service means your customers are not going to want to shop with you because they have a horrible experience. They're going to be like, nah, this ain't for me. I'm not coming back. But you give them a good experience and be like, yo, I want to go back and shop because they were friendly. They were cool. They have cool products. I felt accepted. I felt wanted. I felt seen. That's what I want them to leave with. That's why I do all the different things. When people buy stuff online, I'm writing handwritten notes. I'm giving free stickers. Sometimes I'm throwing free shirts into returning customers. Things like that are all part of the customer experience. I want that customer to feel good about their purchase. I want them to be like, yo, it's dope shopping online with them, man. They always throwing some cool stuff. They're always thanking me for shopping with them. I want that customer to feel good about their purchase. So I do things like that on my online store for the people that shop with me out of state that can't come to my retail store. I want to give them that same experience as if they came into the retail store. I want to make that experience personal for them and memorable for them, if that makes any sense. And I might be going over the top. And I'll say this. A lot of people always get in my comments and they're like, yo, you can't be signing every single packing slip when you're packing up orders. What if you had 20 orders? There's some days that I got 30 orders and I'll still write down a thank you note to all 30. There's some days that I'm boxing up 24 hats and every hat's getting a handwritten note and some stickers. For me, if I can, I will. That makes sense to anybody out there. And if you've shopped with me online and you received package that didn't have a handwritten note, chances are I did not box that one up or I didn't pack that one up. I got guys that work here that might have been bagged up by somebody else, but the ones that I physically do, I make sure to write it in there. I don't ask my guys to do it. I do that personally because I want to. Now, if you feel the same exact way about customer service in your business and stuff like that, please let me know in the comments. Or if you feel different, if you think I should have made that t-shirt with the white and red print for that customer, let me know in the comments also. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answers here. There's no one way to run your business. I'm just sharing what I do for my business and what my thought process is, but you don't have to agree with the way I do things. Everybody has the option to do whatever they want, however they want for their own business. Because like I always say, I have no business within your business. You can always follow me on Instagram if you wanted to, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.